What's up, guys? Welcome back to BSFR podcast. It's your hostess with the mostest, Airi, Angel, and Dana. And today we're talking about Black Love Power. I don't know if y'all have seen that show on Netflix. It's called Forever. It just came out. It's a black teenage love story. Girl, I haven't even finished it. And I'm like, this is good already. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I saw a couple episodes.
Airi?
I'm in between accounts right now, so. But after next week, I'll definitely would have seen it. I did try to watch it on like one of my little websites or whatever, and I got like 30 minutes in, and I felt too much pressure. I had to, like, when I mean too much pressure, like certain shows, you know how like I can tell in the first 30 minutes people gonna just make me angry, and I said, "Yeah, you need to stop."
Solid.
And like it was like already in the first 30 minutes. Did everybody at least see the first 30 minutes?
Yeah,
I said the first 15.
In that first little moment,
let me check my
I was
progress.
just sitting there like, what is going on? Like,
yeah, it continues
just
that
like,
way. Just in case you were wondering, it continues that way. But also, I might be a little biased because I typically don't do high school romance. I like when people are grown.
the grown ones be just as bad as the kids, I think.
Yeah, but I feel better, you know what I'm saying? Because then I feel like I can like legally cuss them out. Not literally, but you know what I'm saying?
Legally is crazy.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm curious on where the storyline's gonna go. I try to stay away from spoilers because I was seeing stuff about, I don't know, I can't remember her name. People just kept saying she was like so annoying, and like the ending, people were saying like trying to like, break stuff down or discuss it. And I just don't want to accidentally hear nothing. So I was like, boom. But in between accounts, I said, I don't know how long I can keep this up, like something's gonna pop up. I was able to like stay away from Sinners, you know what I'm saying? And that not be spoiled for me, but like, I don't want this to be ruined too.
It's everybody in the show, respectfully. Everybody. Dang. As a whole.
Dang.
It might be accurate because I used to be just as irritated in actual high school. So it feels juvenile. It feels childish. It feels like grow up, everybody.
Yeah, that makes me nervous to finish this because I'm thinking it's gonna be a cute like.
I thought it was a movie.
Me too. They made it seem like it was. I would prefer.
That's why I was gonna watch it. And then because I was watching, my friend was over, and I said, "Girl, it's a TV show."
Girl.
Yeah, girl. That's why I made sure to say girl, because you people are messy.
Messy or intrigued?
Yeah, I think when I seen, I was like, a show, and I'm like, is it a completed show? Because I don't do stuff like that.
Yeah, same.
Netflix doing these 8-episode series. I can't.
I kind of like it. I love a good limited series.
Limited
just
series?
not limited. Limited and a series that's continuous is different. Like y'all seen.
I'm not gonna watch it, so it's a limited series for me.
The point is, I was excited to see it because I know it's not a lot of like good black love stories on like Netflix or just on TV in general, and we've been getting more and more, but I think it's just not as often or as even popular or as like the tan people and other people color type of romance shows. What
you call them tan?
Tan. Well, the point was there's not a lot of black love stories that are good and that are just known and out there. So like, do y'all have any like experiences where any shows or any other movies that y'all have seen where it's like it's black love and it's like, wow, this was good, and it's not like the stereotypes of black families? Y'all seen anything?
Wakanda Forever.
He died.
Yo, I really tried. There are several stories in there. Like several.
You're right.
Like several.
What?
And death is natural, girl. People die. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that have to do with the love?
So he couldn't have black love before he
they did love each other before he died. You know what I'm saying? They had a whole child.
You're right. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, but this movie is 7 years old. If you ain't seen it yet.
What?
Yo, because you play it.
There's no way you ain't seen that movie. Okay, amen. Was it any? You know what? Actually, there.
Awkward.
Actually, there is. I mean, like I said, it's coming up more recently now from like maybe like 2018 vibe. But Issa Rae, that's my girl. She been doing good with the black love stories, like with Insecure. Even though all those fools were stupid, Insecure has had some love story. What?
Which one is name one? Name one.
What
Not
was the
Yvonne. What was her
movie?
name? Molly. Molly got married. Issa ended up.
Oh, you watched longer than me, girl.
Oh my god, y'all didn't finish
Mm.
No,
it?
I made
Okay.
it all the way to the end, and from where we talking about after our maturity and everything, if any type of representation of true black love was not up in there.
You maybe just need to rewatch it because everybody was together with somebody, but.
Okay, so you're talking about just
Yeah.
being together. Okay, I
I
need
know,
to
I'm
know the
talking about
angle
but
you was
being
talking
together and
about.
being happy because they was happy in the end.
Well, who would you be in that
Happy
movie?
and
Who would you be?
traumatized.
Who would you be?
Happy and
No,
traumatized.
I need you to pick somebody right now, Angel. Who would you be of like like from beginning to end, the love story that was right for you? Pick somebody.
Everybody's love is a little messy. I don't know.
Honestly, I will say because I'm sitting here thinking about movies and TV shows, and like, why is there so much trauma attached to black love? Like, why he got to be a cheater? Why he had to bully her like love and basketball? You know what I'm saying? Why he had to? You know what I'm saying? Why he had to be a hater before he decided to get on the bandwagon?
But do y'all
Love
think that
Jones, that man was that was, and I love that movie. Why was you doing all that? So then you get a scandal, and then you get, you know what I'm saying? Like even the white love, even the mixed interracial swirl,
To be
ghetto.
honest with you, hear me out.
Mm,
I feel like I had more references growing up of white couples than I do of
For
black
sure. For
couples.
sure.
When I like growing up, the ones I can think of is your go tos of like the ones that weren't as traumatic would
Right.
be the two shows. Y'all know what I'm talking about with the daddies that they was like everybody's TV daddies, Uncle Phil and Family Matters.
Fresh Prince.
No, the other boy from Family Matters with Uncle Earl, Steve Urkel.
That's Family Matters, yeah.
Uncle, that's what
We
I
don't
just
know his
said.
daddy
She's,
name.
huh?
Uncle Phil
Aries
is
Aries
Fresh
talking about
Prince.
Uncle Phil's from Fresh Prince.
I'm talking about Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince, yeah, and the other guy from Family Matters, Uncle Steve Urkel, granddaddy,
Carl.
Carl Winslow, yeah.
Carl Winslow. Nah,
Yeah,
he
so,
gotta murder
like,
her.
if though you know what I'm saying? But,
Always
like
hating on Laura. Like, God dang.
but
Let her.
in those situations growing up, you had your Angelina Jolies and your Brad Pitts, you know what I'm saying? You had storylines. I'm talking about of what they put together for us.
Right.
You
Okay.
had until it got crazy later on for a
Yeah.
long time. You know what I'm saying? It was set up this way. Like in the movies and stuff that we was watching, like when your Jennifer Aniston, you know what I'm saying? When they was with each other, I feel like they made these storylines not even as like tragic and like it
Maybe
just
more
wasn't how
Yeah.
it was with the white
fairy
people.
tale.
That's
All
true.
of our rom-coms, even the Lifetime stuff, the difference in the Lifetime trauma of black people versus the Lifetime trauma of a white man
Oh yeah, Lifetime
would
Movie
be
Network,
completely
Hallmark.
different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
he's sleeping with your little sister and you, and she at
Yes.
the house like yo, like it be stuff that be like,
He
what you mean
kidnapped you.
your
You got
sister
cell
and your
phone.
husband can't be alone?
God dang. God dang. What's that movie? Soul Food.
Mm,
Faith is sleeping with my husband.
dang. This
But like
Christmas.
stuff
The
that
other
we
one that had no job,
come on.
no money.
Everybody
God
hates Chris.
dang.
The daddy, you know what I'm saying? He was
Oh,
literally in
that's kind of a good one though.
he was in a
Everybody
poverty
hates
Chris,
mindset.
Chris.
that was a good one.
Yeah, but the love was there. He was just cheap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The
okay, I see what
love,
you're saying.
you know what
But
I'm
then
saying? Yeah.
again, the only way
Took
to
care of
portray
household.
that love had to
I
be
make
two
great job.
struggling. The only way to portray that love was for two struggling black people to be together in the other side of the hood trying to strive for their family to go to a white school while you know what I'm saying, where they barely it was like
Mm-mm.
a give and a
He
take of
hated the
something.
sun. God dang.
So
Everybody.
it just was always something.
So, I don't know, do you think most of the black shows who show black love and the way they portray it, do you think it's because it's just, personal experiences or what they've seen? Or is it just like well, I mean, I guess that was the only thing that would make sense, huh?
Yeah, and also too, people they keep. I think people have sold in their minds that only drama and all this other stuff sells, and it's like some people do love a good. Like some people would watch a Love Island for literally Cordell and Serena for the love. You know what I'm saying? That felt authentic. It didn't feel fake. It didn't feel forced. And then a woman did not shrink down and just like let somebody step over her. She spoke up and the black man respected it and got in line. You know what I'm saying? But like the whole point of like why they didn't, if you go into the deeper, they wasn't really trying to show Cordell and Serena because you didn't find out that he gave her
They
a
never
ring and
are.
stuff until later on.
Hmm.
The whole show was supposed to be probably Leah and Rob. They wasn't expecting Leah to be down with the gang. They wasn't expecting her to be with the PBG. They wasn't expecting Leah to like, you know what I'm saying? They would have pushed the white people before they would have pushed a black couple to come out there as number one and then to succeed like that. And then number three was Janae. That feel like that was the most recent love stuff I didn't see. That was like because for me growing up, if I'm being real, Troy Bolton and Gabriella.
Honestly, Troy was cute back in the day, but now it's like, should have got a haircut, brother.
And he had a rough childhood. His daddy didn't understand him that he couldn't be multi-talented. And he was with the wrong woman. But the way they portrayed it was you had two girls. Gabriella brought out something different in him, and Sharpay brought out something different too. But the approach was different. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't play with both of them. Versus if it was a black one, he would have been playing with both of them. You know what I'm saying? It would have just the way that they portray it. For us to get to love, we have to go through so many obstacles. You know what I'm saying? To get that like, and it's like, well, he didn't cheat, and it's like,
That's your only standard?
you know, like the book, This Is Us. How that movie, you know what I'm saying? Spoiler.
That's a good one.
The book This Is Us.
It's a show. The show. This is us is a good one. Randall and
Oh no,
what's
I
her
was
name?
talking about
Beth.
the book.
Not Beth. What's her name? Dang, his wife name I can't remember. That's a good one.
I don't know her
I
name
never
either, but
seen This Is Us.
what book are you talking about?
It's on Netflix. That's
The
why
one
you
with
and me
the one
account.
with Blake Lively where she got slapped.
It ends with us?
Oh, it ends with us.
Oh,
But
I'm
you know what I'm
like,
saying?
this is
It
us.
ends with us. A situation happened, she leave. You know what I'm
No,
saying? It
it
didn't
would.
happen right away, but I'm saying how they portray stuff for them be like they picked themselves, they chose it. For us, it'd be like this other thing. I gotta cut my hair as a black woman to really embrace my beauty. Like it be, you don't ever
till I
see
got
no
her
white
groove
girl
back.
get a
My
buzz
bad.
cut.
Waiting to exhale. God dang. I'm
No.
saying.
Like for them,
God
their
dang.
transformation be they go, you know, eat, pray, love. You know what I'm saying? Our situation, she probably, you know, it's just different.
She
And
had to rehabilitate in jail.
yeah, only way for her to get through college is she had to be a stripper, got caught up in the life, and now she's trying to be better and she's super smart. And then she
Players
ran into
Club.
a thug dude. And but these are the things I grew up with.
I have references. These are good examples. She was stripping, fighting in the dressing room.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you got your shows like what's the one with Pitch Perfect? And the issue is I want to make music. Dad, I don't want to lose my scholarship. I
Empire,
believe in
ghetto.
you.
She
Mm.
did 17 years for him.
That's crazy. That was crazy
Crazy.
to me. I
Insane.
said,
In the first episode, insane.
crazy.
The first episode,
So with all
insanity.
this, like,
Get Richard, I try.
it got me thinking about like interracial relationships and stuff. Like, so no, ain't no need to get offended. We're talking, we're having a conversation. So when it comes to interracial relationships, so with all the things that are being portrayed and the understanding we've got of these toxic trauma related relationships on TV, have y'all seen like interracial relationships? And how do y'all feel about being in an interracial relationship?
Have we seen them on TV? Yes. How do I feel? Open.
Amen.
Yeah, love is love. I love love. I'm a lover. I'm a lover girl. So I love love. Wherever the love comes, I ain't gonna be like nah, cause he white
Mm.
or
So do you,
he's
because people will portray like, do you feel like you're betraying the black
no.
community?
I feel like grow up. You know what I mean? I feel like the betrayal comes when you start bashing people. I feel like the betrayal comes when you don't do anything to uplift your community.
Mm,
That's a different thing.
I got
mm,
something to say about that. Why
Clearly,
in the world, hear me out. That is so, look, why in the world in order for you to pursue and have a love with someone that is outside of black, you have to make sure that you are completing this list of avocation to be able to go over there. Like I got a white husband, but I go to the black parties all the time and I know swag and surfing and I'm putting him to, you know what I'm saying? Like everything you just said, like you got to just make sure you're doing stuff for your community and don't talk back. And it's like, but black men black, what, you know what I'm saying? It's just like why does it have to be all that? Love is love. If I like him, he like me. If he
Yes.
love me, he love me.
I don't mean to be like you got to be Dr. Umar. I'm not saying that. I'm saying don't go and bash, because we see that a lot where they go out and they like, well, black women are just ghetto. Black women are just da da da. That's not helping the community.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
stop
saying?
saying
That's
all
not
black men.
encouraging.
Your black man was trifling.
Okay,
It
yes.
was.
I didn't have one, but okay,
No, like
sure.
I'm talking about
No,
the
I
person
know,
that
but you know what I'm
you
saying?
married.
Like, but this is a big problem that's through states, through continents. This is the kind of the genesis, or like the consensus is the right word, that a lot of black women in different cultures are saying. So you can be African, you can be um American, you can be Afro Latina, and this is what your men are doing in that community, because it's the way that the society is raised. So now they go, white women are just easier, white women are da da da. These are like stereotypes that happen frequently enough that it became a stereotype. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then sorry, I'm just trying to focus. What was you
LOL.
finish out? What you saying?
Well, we'll just wait.
Remember, like, tap the screen or something.
All right.
There you go. And we back.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Angelica.
Well, I was gonna say, like, I think growing up, I was a little, how do you say, uncultured, and so because grew up around a whole bunch of white people, went to white, mostly white people schools, and so I think my perspective when it came to interracial relationships. Why you make that face?
I was just processing the information. That's just how my face reacted to what I heard.
Okay, amen.
Separate entity.
Okay, all right.
My face is its own country,
Okay,
governed by its own laws. Go ahead.
Cuba.
Algeria.
y'all something today.
And Nicaragua.
We done.
Finland. I'm done now.
All right. Well, I was trying to say is that I kind of, I hope it's not off topic. I kind of always was more leaning towards.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yo, the vibe is amazing today. I'm having a great time.
Amen.
And
I'm having a great
doing
time.
it. What is going on?
I'm having an amazing time. Angel about crashed out in the first 2 minutes.
This is
I'm
not
having a
funny.
great time today, actually.
No.
I don't even feel tired, even though I know I'm tired. That's how I know the
I
Lord
just
is
gotta stay
strengthening me.
still.
Yeah.
Amen. But I was saying, just more of the story is just I always lean more towards other races because I always felt like black guys didn't like me, and it wasn't because I didn't like them or I wasn't attracted to them. It was just they didn't like me, and none of them liked me. But the point is, I just
Like nobody.
and I've received that today as the Lord has been keeping me because I would have busted wide open.
Well, you don't know that to be true. That's crazy, actually, that you just said that, and I didn't process it until just now. That's actually insane that you just said that.
Well, I know
What
that
the
my
heck?
words change these days,
I mean, at least you're self-aware.
but I'm
But I
changing.
was gonna say, you don't know if people be like you. Sometimes they just be shy and they don't be saying nothing. So then
And
you
it
go to
be
your high school reunion and they be like, I was in love with you.
and sometimes it be environments. Like honestly, it's like why talk? Like
You know what? We're just gonna mention it, guys. Please excuse Airi's camera. For those who just listening, God bless. But if you excuse Airi's camera, it's technical.
She's back. She's back.
What? Amen. Glory be.
on my elbow.
Scratch that.
A minute.
And
Y'all
what was
thought
I
I was
saying?
finished?
You were saying that sometimes people just be shy, and
No, oh yeah, no, I didn't say shy. I said
that's shy.
sometimes it be environments, like where people are at and stuff like that. And what I mean by environment is that when I was talking to black boys who lived in predominantly white areas, they were conditioned to like what they had seen a majority of.
Absolutely.
So Southgate boys that were same color as me thought I was pretty, da da da. It was nothing there for real because it was like this is three of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. Let's look at the yearbook. There's about a handful of them and it's a whole bunch of them. And 30 of them like me. She like me too. And it's like, I go in this area, boom. Versus when I went to Ohio, a all black school with a handful of white, the odds had changed where not every black boy liked me. I mean, say what you want, but it changed a lot. That was like my first interaction. Like it changed my whole tra- it had changed so much of the direction that I was going. Like it had changed so much. So I think because of where you was at, because you never went to you never had like a have you like a Cheney type of experience, like all black? The blackest you
Not
got was
until my
what,
senior year
Snyder?
of high school. My senior year of high school is the most black school I've ever been to. And that was when we
Oh
moved to Georgia.
yeah. See? So
But
that's what
I was too
that
deep in it.
yeah, so I think that's what where you go to school at?
Campbell
For no, for college.
for college, Michigan State. But I
Yeah,
went during
COVID though.
COVID.
Cold.
Yeah, she was locked in.
Like I have not gotten the chance to really be exposed to like I've had like little spurts, but not really. Like I've been surrounded
Mm.
predominantly white or other really just predominantly white people. But I've always had that part of me where it was like I always longed to kind of be in that area, but then I always it's just like it was just a whole bunch of catch 22s. I think that's the right phrase. It was just a whole
Mhm.
bunch of like back and forth where it's like I want to be around, but then I'm insecure around because I'm like, am I black enough? And then it's just it was just tiptoeing. So and the black people I did interact with in high school, no, yeah, I had black friends. They were like me. They were a little like
Misunderstood.
misunderstood.
Oh, I was gonna say whitewashed.
That was all right. Next, next.
I wasn't even trying to be funny, but like that was
Yeah,
But
cause I
no,
had a
like
huge crush on I had a huge crush on white boys. That's all I had. That's all not even I can't tell no fibs. I always liked all of them. I did, cause I can't tell no fibs. 'Cause I thought Justin Bieber was just as fine as Diggy Simmons. Those was both my men, if you ask me. Like,
they
love
was
them
cute. They
down,
was.
love them down. So I don't discriminate. You know what I'm saying? Like I
I
slid
don't
in
discriminate
Diggy's
either.
Facebook messages, Twitter.
You ever dated a white man or a white boy?
Yeah, Nate.
Nate was white. I thought he was mixed.
No, Nate. No, 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 no. Nate was white.
I
He just
remember
had
we like
adopted.
Nate.
Yeah, we like
We
Nate.
like Nate.
Yeah,
We love Nate. We thought y'all was gonna make it. I
yeah.
remember him. I
I
can't
ended up
believe because he had that
moving.
Why
buzz cut,
Nate?
didn't he?
Why
I
Nate
ended up
didn't make
moving.
Yeah, Ohio, right?
I ended up moving, and I ain't never go back to Ohio. We
Yeah.
talked a
God
little
dang,
bit.
mom. God dang.
I used to have his necklace on, like that was my boo. Like, and he like,
We
"Hey,
like
Nate."
Nate. We love Nate. We love Nate down. Shout out to you, my guy.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
And then
No,
after
I'm
Nate, it was the one that we just gonna
no,
call him the one that took a stance and betted on himself when I tried to
no,
go back to
I'm
that
not.
color.
I'm gonna share this thought.
Yep.
Okay, amen.
I just saw that clip today or yesterday. I said, God dang.
Probably doing it. Probably doing his job on the
Living
freaking
life
moon, on the freaking moon, bro. Like,
in space. What are you doing
no,
in
I
space,
gotta
honey?
I gotta get some words of advice for somebody. Don't you ever let nothing as small as somebody's lips or height get in the way of love.
Or habits that are easily changed.
Yeah, because he could have got a lip fillers.
Okay, I was talking about the dog, but I was talking about the dog.
Yo, this man get rid of his
I
dog.
was thinking about the dog.
It was a big dog.
Hey, man. You could have got him his own couch. You know what I'm saying? You could have got the dog its own bed. Honey,
Yeah,
they
because
be
I'm
having
like,
apartments.
oh yeah, he can't lay in his bed. Like,
You know what I'm
we
saying?
honestly,
That's
that wouldn't even have
easily
been our
fixed,
problem
though.
right now. Our problem,
Literally, no, it
literally,
wouldn't
I'd have
have
been
been.
like, oh, well, just
It wouldn't have been.
Ashley's coming again, right? Okay, yeah, yeah, it's fine, yeah, fine.
What is this? Anyway, please.
Well,
I
to
just gotta go ahead, man, go ahead. That one, I don't think you understand. That one. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I don't know who'll be watching this. People
First
be
of all,
getting
it
ready.
is so funny. I was about to say, first of all, it is so funny how your perspective changes by the months. Because a couple months ago you was very much like, nah, that would have never worked, and now we are hearing the opposite. So,
No, because when you start dating, and what I'm noticing is that people like when you get advice from other people, it starts becoming to a point where it's like everybody keeps saying, "Well, it could be as bad as this," and I just keep sitting there like, so just because he don't hit me, I'm supposed to stay here because it's better than the last one, and that you don't
right,
like well, this one, this one is easier to move with because like that can be worked on. It's like I'm being gaslighted and manipulated now, and you saying like just keep having grace, it's gonna be okay. It's just like and I'm like, I think about that situation. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, if I had to pick the dice of what was just easier, you know, Go ahead though. Go ahead. Keep talking. I'm finna
Oh
Hey
fuck.
man,
somebody gonna
well,
send me the clip and go, like, man, shut up. Hey, go ahead, y'all. For real. Keep talking.
okay, okay. If you stop,
He said, if you be quiet, we can.
give me a chance.
Ah, that was funny. I'm sorry. I had to let that sound out.
Amen. Well, I was gonna say, honestly, hearing this, it half and half makes me feel I'm hopeful, but it makes me feel a little bit hopeless when it comes to black love. And I see how if you're watching this stuff or if you're seeing these relationships where what's only being portrayed is that, black men toxic or black women toxic, if this is all you're seeing, all you're hearing, and you're hearing people's experiences, it kind of makes you feel hopeless. But there also are good black men, good black women, good black relationships that are there. And I think the thing is just being able to see them more. And like my uncle and my auntie, they met in high school. Both black people got married 2012. They've been together for something amount of years. They've been together for a long time. The point is they met in 11th grade. They 30s, almost in their 40s. You know what I'm saying? So like it's black love out there. I think it's just like being able to see it and being able to like consistently see it. You know what I'm saying?
Would you
So
do it?
what?
Seeing their story, seeing they love, like if you had a deal right now of finding your own or having this one of what perfect has been shown to you, like would you take it?
I don't think I understood. So would I take that the image
What you
I
just said about your uncle and stuff, like would you take that relationship? Like met each other, da da da, what you seen, what you been around, like would you take that?
not that exact relationship, but the relationship, yeah. That makes sense.
No, because you kind of just said not that exact relationship, so you know you wouldn't. Like, what about the
But
relationship has
yeah,
gave
because
off black love except for they just been with each other since, like, you know?
And they
no,
black.
from what I well, what when my uncle auntie, from what I see, because I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, but
Mhm.
from what I see, I mean, it's just I haven't seen any like toxicness, no like weird. It's just love. My uncle treat my auntie like he like a gentleman. Open the door, close the door. Hey, honey. Oh, birthday. Like I don't know, just like celebrating each other. They
Follow the
have their own
checklist.
traditions, huh?
They follow the checklist of like what to do, not to do, right?
I guess. So what is your view of black love? Like, what does it mean? I mean, yeah. What is your view of love when it comes to relationships? Because maybe we have different views and different understandings of what it looks like for it to be a loving, healthy relationship.
Well, I think love is action based, and I think everybody requires different actions. So I don't know that there's a checklist that should be associated with love because every relationship should be different. That's my opinion. And I think that's where people are failing. We're like, well, my mom did this, or my grandmother did this, or my da 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 did this.
Mhm.
And there are things that you can adapt or like take on from other people's relationships because it might just be a good thing that works. But every relationship has to be different. If you approach it the way that somebody else would, or like a past relationship that you have, then I think you're setting yourself up for failure with a new person.
Mm. Yeah, and I think that's what I was trying to say earlier, Ari, when I was saying like I would want their relationship, but I wouldn't because I
Mhm.
think something, for me, some things would be different. You know what I'm saying? But it, it's just for me. It's all about the. I mean, yeah, like the action for me. That's what love is: the action, the showing up, the being there for each other, the bad moments, the good moments, the vulnerable moments, the being able to not. I don't want to be picking hairs out of unruly places, but you know what I'm saying. We can have like a line where we don't have to cross it, but where we like meet in the middle type of thing. I don't. The point is just being
Angel popping
vulnerable
booty
and being
pimples.
able to. You said what? I missed it.
It's okay. It don't need to be said again. It's okay. When you edit this, you'll see what she said. Don't repeat that.
Amen.
Don't repeat that.
Okay.
Don't repeat that.
But the point is just using my uncle auntie as an example again.
Mhm.
He lived in California for a year because he was doing a program for film or something like that. And they were going back and forth, spending time. They made the effort to spend time with each other, go back and forth. This week you come, next week you come, next month you come, like that type of thing. So like I just think, and of course there's more to it, but I just think there's things that can be done and Appreciate it. And of course, also like understanding that we're not about to go deep into my love life, but yeah, I think I just be having my moments where I'm hopeful, where I'm like, I want to marry a black man, I want to have black love, but then I have those moments where I'm like, dang, is a black man gonna love me? Is he gonna want me? No, but then I'm like, who want me? Just, all right, because I felt like I was about to go on a rant, so I had to stop
Well, I
myself.
think that was the direction you were going. Maybe like not for this episode, but the direction you're going was good. Of like the deep self reflection of like, because those are things that you got to figure out. It's like a maybe you won't put yourself in certain rooms in certain situations because you have the connotation, the correlation. You have the correlation that black men don't like you, so you would never put yourself in a situation because you've connected black men to rejection. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? Now you won't even,
Like,
and then if that's the case, then looking at your history, you might just go to what was safe of who did like you that was a black man in your past. You know what I'm saying? That was like well, that was the only one, especially because they seen me at this age and I was at my most quirkiest, my most weirdest. And it's like that there's somebody out there for us. There's somebody out there that is our other half and stuff. The thing is, what I'm learning as an keep people out your business. Stop talking about certain things. Go to God first. Do you share this? Who you know what I'm saying? Make sure that your safe places are truly safe, truly pure and good because a lot of people will tell you advice based off of their trauma, their experience, and they may not something that's good for you could be a red flag to somebody else. But it's not really a red flag for you because they like, well, my ex, the last time he had bought me a house, he took it right from me. Meanwhile, your partner, you know what I'm saying, ain't on that. It's a completely different thing. But then that person can put that thought in your head that's like, well, let me make sure I'm just watching folks X, Y, and Z. So my whole thing is with the black love and things like that, I think you have to go biblically and go, get that love from God. And when you're experiencing that love that you get when you're with yourself and your purpose, everything just start aligning. I think stuff changes. I feel like how I feel about love 6 months ago and how I feel about love now versus how I'm gonna feel about love in the future are completely different. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like real conversations where I really thought I wanted more kids, and as time keeps going on, I keep going like I really don't. Like I really don't. I really don't. Like, you know what I'm saying? But these are things that, people kind of like tradition is like a, you know, get successful, married kids. And it's like I had kid, success, no marriage. You know what I'm saying? It was like but that don't, you know what I'm saying? Like it happened when it happened. And I was talking to my dad and he was talking about some, dang, you gonna be married at least by the time I'm 50? And I said,
dang,
I'll see what I can do.
Who said that?
Daddy.
you married, son? Like, back up.
Daddy said that and I said, but I wouldn't put no pressure on it. I said, and I'm gonna be real, I said, I would look at Dana before I
By
look at
50,
me.
ain't he like 49, 48? What is he talking about?
And I'm like, I said, like I said, I would look at Dana before I look at me. I said, where I'm at right now, I'm just I,
No, why am I in it?
because Dana, because you don't want it so bad. It's like not you don't want it so bad. What I'm saying is like I can't explain it. I don't know. You
Yeah,
just
it's magnetic pull,
yeah. It's
Yeah.
opposites
just
attract.
I always gave like you was gonna be like married. I don't know. I've already told you it was gonna be Dana, Nay, then me. And I'm not. I'm just not in a rush. You know what I'm saying? And just because you don't have nobody in the park, don't mean that people ain't lined up.
Yeah, I'm reminded of a time when I was in high school and these ladies who was in prophetic school, they came to a Bible study that I was doing on Wayne State campus. Shout out to Whitney for finding
Or
what was it
college, you said
called?
high school.
P 31 Proverbs 31. That was the name of like the Bible study. It was like an all girls group or whatever. And they came and it was like, I mean, there was some accuracy there. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them. I hope God is using you mightily right now. Amen. Because they were, nothing. They wasn't perfect, and where it wasn't super detailed, but it was like enough to make me go like, okay, a little something. God is really thinking. You know what I'm saying? And they went, there's gonna be a man who's gonna love you. That's it. I received it. At the time, I didn't receive it, but I receive it now. So
Y'all know what's so
run it back.
crazy? That
I'm bringing that word down.
in all of my working on my faith walk journey, I have, and maybe it'll come back to me later. I have not got a prophecy about me and husbands. Like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be stuff
Yeah,
like
but
that.
that don't mean you're gonna be Apostle Paul with no marriage.
But I'm
That do
saying,
not
like,
mean that.
I'm just saying, at that time when it was happening, I used to be like, you know, like when like we would have guest speakers and stuff, and they would go and like they would talk to my best friend and like, your husband, you will know, he's gonna understand you, and da, da, da. And then that gets me, and I'm like,
The Lord loves
Listen.
and then
you.
yeah, and then honestly, I wouldn't even get like nobody saying nothing to me. I'd be like, and I'll be sitting there, and I'm like, whatever message you got for me, God, I said, you know, keep blessing these people with what they need, keep blessing them with what they need. You're sitting there like, and it seemed like for like a year straight, it seemed I don't even know. I don't even know the time frame. I don't want to get time frame. But it seemed like all I kept getting was you are just so disobedient. You are out of purpose. You are out of alignment. That's all the prophecies I was getting. And it was like a you're doing so good now. God is so proud of you. You're on the right track. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, but you gotta check the source on that
You
one.
know, but
Check this stuff.
You gotta check the source on that one.
It's
To
what
be
the
honest
Bible
with
said,
you.
but
test the spirit.
and it wasn't always just negative stuff. It just was a lot of stuff that had a lot to do with like reflection and growth and change. But I didn't get a lot of like happy stuff. Like, you know,
That's because
like
niggas
you're
wasn't
gonna
happy
be a
for you.
millionaire, you're gonna be this, you're gonna be that. And that I got to a point where I was just like I mean, prophecies, you know, but I don't know, it was just crazy to me, like how everything just worked out. But you know, you live and you learn.
You live and you learn. You love and you live.
But I'm not in a
Well,
rush. I'm still at 35% with the marriage thing. And on the kids thing, I'm at
it
3.
went up. It was 30 before.
It was 13. No, it was
Oh,
13.
amen.
It was 13, honey. Okay,
Progress.
we're hitting real double digits now. Some with
Yeah,
some
and I'm actually
substance.
afraid that I said 35 because I thought that's what I said last time.
Nope.
But cool. I'll take
That's how the
35.
Lord will increase what was
Yeah.
never
Amen.
I
there.
just, I don't
Amen.
know. It's not, I don't
Double.
know. People make it like they whole, it's just, I don't know. It's the last thing I care about. I remember when when dating and stuff started happening, I'm like, God, give me some business opportunities. I don't want no man right now. Like, what we
Same.
talking about? Oh, you beautiful. And how you feeling today? Broke. Next.
Brooke is great.
Busy. Next.
What are we talking
I'm
about? I
screaming.
got things to do. You talking about what's my favorite color and when could I see you? Never. Like,
All right.
go
Well, I
ahead.
know we're about
I'm
to.
sorry. I'm just that. I'm just over people. Like, I'm
Clearly.
telling you, if it wasn't an abomination, I would literally be a man and be like, no, not. Oh wait.
No, we knew
Wait.
what you meant. You don't. We knew what you meant. You don't need to
Okay.
elaborate.
All right.
We knew what you meant.
You know, like I'll just have a whole bunch
We
of
knew what you meant.
girlfriends. Crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We knew what you meant.
Like, cause I told my, I don't know, cause I got to
No,
keep
no, no,
going.
no, 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 no.
I don't want that to be the thing
No,
that take me out, cause y'all know what I'm trying to say.
it's
Yeah,
I
we
not.
want
got
to have a
We know what you
girlfriend.
mean.
Airi. We got you. Come on.
God got me.
Like it, like it, like it.
Amen.
I will say, just on the topic of black love, my favorite type of men, my favorite genre of men is strong and black. I will say that. So shout out to y'all. And in my experience, black men do have the
Je ne sais
strongest
quoi.
resilience and personality, and they exhibit the traits that I would like to see in my husband
Mm.
the most. That's what I will say.
Like
And
the
that is my
bicep popping out
personal,
his arm while he
huh?
grilling.
This is my own personal experience though. So I will say that.
Amen. Well,
Well, now, and I would touch and agree with that. Black men, beautiful.
My favorite genre.
email me.
I'm
My
talking
favorite
about.
is genre.
I
But I am open.
love.
Gotta be
Oh, I'm
open.
open too. I'm open
Yeah,
too. I
yeah.
mean, yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you
Are
gotta
I
you
do
do.
believe
married?
love is love. I'm
But
a lover girl. You know what I'm
that
saying? But
beard,
that is my preference. That is my favorite genre.
right, can't see your tattoos unless I get close.
I
Okay.
saw this TikTok video real quick, and I saw before you close it, I saw this TikTok video, and this girl was like, I like my men, like I like my cokes when it's hot outside, and she's like, I want him to look like a cold Pepsi.
Mm.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's a vibe. It's like he a little glistening. My
Yeah,
goodness.
yeah. But she said I want them to look like a Coke or a Pepsi. I said, okay, woman of God. I said that was a good
Yeah.
analogy to write a
I end
song.
up getting married to a whole white man. Like they gonna play this clip at my wedding.
If they did, that would be wild.
Somebody would do that for like that's how like bridesmaid hostess and stuff be. It'd be like yeah. And she said she wanted a strong black man, but things
Got a strong
change.
white man.
Angel would do that. She would.
Well,
Wait, Angel would do what?
She would be the
nothing.
one to do that. She'd be the one to cut the clip. She would be. You would be.
Get home.
You would have like a whole slideshow of all your exes. And we have a video from some very special people or special haters.
It was the showcase arm.
Yeah, and then
No.
it's gonna be like that thing, Domingo.
Oh, I'm screaming.
All right, y'all. Could you please? I'm laughing
Like
because
in
honestly,
Mexico,
D-Rec from Domingo.
maybe not the exes.
when we
The
went on
exes.
our honeymoon, she didn't even
Who
like
are we
it.
talking about today? D-Rec from Nathaniel. Ain't what that's full name. We like Nate. Shout out to Nate.
You know,
Spin
y'all
the
know what's
block,
so
my guy.
crazy?
Spin the block.
His name, like actual name, is somebody I talked to middle name before. Like they names was like
Off camera. All right, close out, Barack.
Amen. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I've enjoyed it. Black love, rocket. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share with your auntie, uncles, and your cousins. And join the conversation. Comment down below because we want to interact with y'all. We want to know more, guys. We want to talk more and share some topics, some things y'all want to talk about, some stories you want to talk about. Okay? Because we can get into the tea, you know what I'm saying? And also, hey, over half of y'all not subscribed. Y'all be watching, but y'all don't subscribe.
what?
That's crazy.
What's that about?
Miko.
Lock in.
Yeah, clock in.
Young.
Lock in, guys.
She's a
Let's get it up, okay? Well, we love you guys, and we'll see y'all next Friday.